I was at a training seminar for supervisors, and didn't you know that I'd begun?
Hello, thank you for joining again. This time we've got two sentences to look at, and quite difficult, I think. Or, well, one sentence and one question. Let's take a look at them slowly first. I was at a training seminar for supervisors, and didn't you know that I'd be gone? I was at a training seminar for supervisors, and didn't you know that I'd be gone? Now, two times quickly. I was at a training seminar for supervisors, and didn't you know that I'd be gone? I was at a training seminar for supervisors, and didn't you know that I'd be gone? Okay, I've put together four areas to look at this one, four sections of this dialogue that are a bit difficult. I'm going to start up here. Let's go slowly. I was at a. I was at a. Change this to the schwa sound, I was at a. I was at a. Now, faster. I was at a. I was at a. Oh, it's like one new word here. Was at a. Was at a. I 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 was at a. That's number one. Number two will be over here when we add somebody's name at the end of the sentence. So basically the speaker makes a point. I was at a training seminar for supervisors. And then at the end of the sentence with a comma, adding the name. So when we're in a meeting or a discussion, we often want to use each other's names. It's a very friendly, team-building kind of thing to do. What happens in this case is that he does not stress her name. He says it very lightly. It's a bit hard to catch. And also, we've got a bit of liaison going here, where the supervisors, we cut off the final Z sound. The letter is S. The sound, the pronunciation is Z or Z. Z. So the result is supervisors and supervisor sound. Supervisors and supervisor sound. Okay. I was at a training seminar for supervisors then. Okay, so by saying her name a little bit lightly and combining this final Z sound, it can be kind of hard to catch this. Now, the next point, the third point, is quite difficult over here, where you're making a negative question, and negative questions are quite difficult to work with. Save that for as a grammar point is different. In terms of our listening, we do have a problem here. Didn't you know? Didn't you know? In our example, the speaker is dropping this T sound. So the result is like this. Didn't you know? Didn't you know? Didn't you know? The final T, didn't, did not, didn't, is dropped by the speaker. Didn't. Didn't you know? Didn't you know? A little faster. Didn't you know? Didn't you know? I told you yesterday. Didn't you know? Didn't you hear me? Okay? This could be difficult because a more common pattern might look like this. When we combine a final T with an initial or starting Y, we often change the TY into a CH sound. So more common, didn't you? Didn't you? Didn't you? Didn't you know? Everybody read the email. Didn't you know? Didn't you? Didn't you? So there are two patterns here. In one case, our case, in this example, the speaker is dropping this T. It's just dropped. It's gone. Didn't you know? Another example, which we don't hear here, but which is very common, is to change a TY into a CH or ch sound. Didn't you? Didn't you know? This pattern is very common. Would and could also. Could you? Could you? Could you? Could you? Or would? Would you? Would you? Would you? Would you? Okay, now the final example, number 4, is over here. This phrase is also basically run together very quickly. Let's start here. I'd. There are two possibilities. I had, I would. Both of these can be expressed. I'd as a contraction or shortening. I had, I would. Which one in this case? I had be gone, I would be gone. Of course, it's the second case. I would. So we start here. I would be gone. I'd be gone. Okay. Then the speaker speaking quickly, we end up with that, cutting off the T, that I, and then this D and this B, we almost combine. That I would be. That I'd be. That I'd be. Now a little faster. That I'd be. That I'd be. That I'd be. To be. It's almost to be. That I'd be. Okay. That I would be. That I would be. That I'd be. That I'd be. And then faster. That I'd be. That I'd be. That I'd be. Okay, let's put it all together now. Let's go 2 times, do it slowly, 2 times quickly. Okay. I was at a training seminar for supervisors, and didn't you know that I'd be gone? I was at a training seminar for supervisors, and didn't you know that I'd be gone? Now, let's speed it up. I was at a training seminar for supervisors, and didn't you know that I'd be gone? I was at a training seminar for supervisors, and didn't you know that I'd be gone? Let's stop today by quickly reviewing those 4 key areas. Was at a. Was at a. Was at a. Okay. Supervisors and. Supervisors and. Supervisors and. Didn't you know? Didn't you know? Didn't you know? Didn't you know? That I'd be. That I'd be. That I'd be. That I'd be. Okay, very tough pair of sentences today. Thank you for your hard work.